Here is my 1988 Hoover Elite 350, model U4463. Now, I won this on eBay about 2 days before Halloween, and it just arrived this week. I think it was Monday, or whichever day I uploaded that before video of it was the day it arrived. But anyway, I waited about 2.5 weeks for this to arrive. Of course, it came from the United States, which is the home of Hoover Elites. Which is an awful long time to wait, 2.5 weeks. But they posted it through eBay's global shipping program, which takes forever for some reason. If they'd have sent it direct through USPS, it would have been here in about 1.5 weeks. But nevertheless, it arrived completely unscathed, and it did arrive dirty, which I expected because it's an old, used vacuum cleaner. But I gave it a full strip down, a clean, serviced the motor, and reassembled it and gave it a polish, so it's in a very nice condition now. Of course, I washed the bag as well. I could not believe how dirty the bag was when I washed it. I do have quite a lot of soft bag machines, and this has to be the dirtiest bag I've ever washed. Now, it looked like this on the outside, but the inside was black. I don't know if they'd used it bagless or something, but it was filthy. But anyway, it's all clean now. It's got a nice, new, genuine Type A bag in there. That's good. So I'll give you an overview of it. So this is a early Elite. Of course, the Elites came out in 1988. And this is being one of them, the early models. And it doesn't have, of course, the onboard tools or anything, because they didn't do that back then. It's not till the 90s, the early 90s, that the Elites started to appear with tools on board. Anyway, so of course it says Hoover top fill bag. It uses the Type A top fill style. On the hood here it says Hoover Elite 350 with the Hoover logo. Nice big headlight lens. It's only got 2 position height adjustment, this model, so it's got low and high. But I mean, how many positions do you need? Edge cleaning, it says, doesn't really brush to the edge, but you know. Bumper, which runs all the way around. Coming round to the back, got the cord release. It's a pretty short cord, probably about 6 meters. I don't know what that is in feet, but it is literally like a 6 meter cord. It's probably about the same length that were on our Hoover Turbo Powers, to be honest. But anyway, so that's the cord, and it does have just the standard 2-prong American plug on it. Of course, with this being a 120 volt vacuum cleaner, because it's, of course, American, I have to use a transformer for this and all my other Elites, aside from the Hoover Turbo Light and the Maytag Cadivac, because although they're Elite cleaners, they are 230 volt machines with a UK plug on, because they were sold for the UK market. But anyway, here it is. So I'll show you in action. There's not really much to say about this really. The on switch on the side there tells you to use Type A bags. I'll show you the underside. So there's the rating sticker. See if it'll home in on that. It's better. So it's model U4463-9, 120 volts, 60 Hz, 5 amps. Bag Type A. Tells you the belt type there as well. Serial number 108800116433. Now the 1088 means it was made in October 1988. For household use only and made in the USA. Now the brush roll on this isn't the original brush roll, it's a replacement, which is a genuine brush roll, but it's a 2-row brush roll, as you can see. Nice stiff bristles. The original brush roll it had was this one, with the red bristles, and it's a single row. And it wasn't really doing much. The bristles are very, very worn, as you can see, which is to be expected because there's no automatic nozzle raise on these earlier models. You see, like the ones with onboard tools have the nozzle raised off the floor when it's stood upright. The ones that don't have the tools on board, the nozzle's always in contact with the floor. So if somebody's left it in one place for too long, over time that wears down on the brushes. And again, depending on how often they use the machine, will determine how long the brushes last. But anyway, this is a brush roll's in much better condition, and it does a better job anyway with there being double the amount of bristles. Undercarriage wheels there, and rear wheels. That's the underside. So I'll just get this plugged in and I'll show it you in action. Okay, so I've got it plugged in now. So off we go. Of course it does have a nice bright headlight in there. So off we go. Very smooth. It could do with a new fan. The fan in it's pretty chewed up, so it does increase the noise level of the machine slightly. And I will replace the fan at some point, but anyway, there you have it. My Hoover Elite 350. And actually, while I'm here, I remember, I'll show you the tools, since I have them, which I actually bought these originally for my Hoover Turbo Light. And by the way, the Turbo Light, despite it being 230 volts, sounds exactly the same as this 120 volt Elite 350. So it's crazy how they can sound the same but be a different voltage. Anyway, so attach it here. So it's a pan converter, of course. Pretty standard affair for vacuums that didn't have attached tools. It's actually quite difficult to attach this with one hand. There we are. And it's quite inconvenient, really, attaching the tools onto a machine that doesn't have tools on board. Or I should say the Elites that didn't have the attached tools, it was more inconvenient to put the hose on, because on the ones that had the tools on board, it was on the top tool connection there. Just slotted it in. But anyway, let me just try and push this in here. There we go. Let's see if I can gauge the suction for you. So it comes with a wand, crevice tool, and a all-purpose brush thing. Of course the tools were extra, they didn't come with the machine. Anyway, here goes. So yeah, it's not very powerful. It's alright for going around the edges or something like that, but not brilliant for upholstery and things. But you know, a lot of people back in the 90s and the 80s and things had little hand vacs and cylinder cleaners. They mainly use their uprights for carpets, because people don't clean the same, or didn't clean the same then as they do today. Anyway, there it is, my lovely Hoover Elite 350. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.